Bro, you don't overthink because you're weak. You overthink because your brain is trying to protect you in the worst way possible. And these are the 10 psychological reasons why your mind never stops spinning. 1. Because you care too much about what people think. When your worth depends on other people's opinions, your mind never gets silence. You replay every sentence and every reaction, every little move just to make sure no one misunderstands, judges, or talks behind your back. But here's the truth. You can't control people's thoughts. And when something is uncontrollable, your mind rewinds it nonstop. That's the first doorway to overthinking. 2. Because you keep trying to control things you can't control. You analyze the past. You predict the future. You stress about things outside your power. Psychologists call this control anxiety. Your brain wants certainty in a world that never gives certainty. So it drags you into a loop of what-if scenarios that exist only in your imagination. 3. Because you don't have a safe place to talk. People who don't have a safe space end up talking to themselves inside their own head. Unexpressed emotions become noise. Unspoken worries become mental weight. A lonely mind becomes a loud mind. That's why overthinking plays 24/7, even when everything looks normal from the outside. 4. Because your brain always prepares for the worst. From an evolutionary standpoint, your brain cares more about safety than happiness, so it keeps creating worst-case scenarios. What if I fail? What if they leave? What if everything falls apart? Your brain thinks it's protecting you, but in reality it's just exhausting you. 5. Because you've been embarrassed or hurt before. Old wounds don't disappear. They turn into mental habits. When you face anything similar to your past pain, your mind panics. Don't let it happen again. Don't make the same mistake. So you overthink even the smallest interactions, just to avoid reliving old hurt. 6. Because your perfectionism secretly controls your life. You want every detail right. No mistakes, no risk, no flaws. But psychology says perfectionism isn't excellence. It's fear, and fear always creates overthinking. You're not aiming high. You're running from failure. 7. Because you don't fully trust yourself yet. Overthinking happens when you trust the possibility of failure more than your own ability to handle life. You doubt your choices. You doubt your strength. You doubt your worth. Those small doubts turn into mental storms that don't stop. Because you grew up afraid of making mistakes. If you were raised in an environment that judged you, pressured you, or punished every little error, your brain learned one rule: mistakes a danger. So now as an adult, your mind double-checks everything to make sure you don't get attacked or criticized. But the feeling of safety you're chasing is just an illusion. 9. Because you're used to handling everything alone. You've been your own problem solver your whole life. Every decision, every emotion, every stress, you carry it yourself. Your mind got trained to be on duty all the time. It thinks, if I don't think about everything, who will? That's why your brain never shuts off. 10. Because you live in a future that hasn't happened yet. Overthinking is a form of future anxiety. You're scared of things that aren't real yet. You mentally jump into possibilities, not realities. Your brain tries to survive tomorrow, while your body is still stuck in today. Bro, you're not broken. Your mind is just overprotective. And every pattern you're stuck in, you can unlearn it. Slowly, consistently, and consciously.